Dear students, welcome to Mavericks English classes. This is my second video in this series which I have decided to make for the benefit of my students. In my first video, I had talked about the first chapter of the Footprints Without Feet book, A Triumph of Surgery. In this video, I will be talking about the second chapter of the Footprints Without Feet book of grade 10, that is the thief's story. Right? Okay. Now, before I proceed with my video explanation, I will reiterate that this video is divided into 4 segments. In the first segment, I will be talking about the author. In the second segment, I'll give you a brief introduction to the chapter. In the third segment, we will discuss the summary of the chapter in detail. And in the fourth segment, we will be discussing important board pattern questions so that you can get benefited the most and fetch maximum marks during your board examinations. Right? So before I proceed further, please do subscribe to my channel so that you can get notification for my further videos and get benefited for your board examinations. Okay? So let's start with the thief's story. Right? The thief's story is a story based on interpersonal relationships between people, the psychological, the emotional connections between the people. But before we go ahead and discuss the summary in detail and other aspects of this story, it is very necessary that we know about the writer, the author of the story. Why do I insist on knowledge about the author? Is because when we know about the author, we also understand the perspective of the author. We also understand the social cultural background of the author. This helps in better understanding of the text, better analysis of the text, and in turn, we will be able to frame better answers based on the story. Right? So to begin with, the author, the writer of this chapter, this story, the thief's story, is Ruskin Bond. Now, Ruskin Bond is a very famous writer, right? And he is noted for, or he is known for his works for children. He has written many books, many bestsellers for children. So we will talk about Ruskin Bond in detail. Ruskin Bond was born on May 19th, 1934, right? And he is an Indian writer of British descent. He has written over more than 500 short stories, essays, and novels, out of which 69 are for children. Yeah. Most of his works are influenced by his life at the hill stations at the foothill of Himalayas, where he has spent his childhood. His works reflect his Anglo-Indian experiences and the changing social, cultural, and political aspects of India. He was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award in the year 1992 for his work, Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra. In 1999, he was awarded with the Padma Shri Award, and in 2014, he was awarded with the Padma Bhushan Award. So a very noted writer and very famous writer. If you are a student of literature, you cannot, skip Ruskin Bond and go ahead with your course. He is one of the major contemporary writer that has left a huge impact on the Indian literature society. Right? So this is all about the writer, Ruskin Bond. Now let's move to the second segment of our video, whereby I told you that I will be giving you a short intro to the chapter. So to begin with, This story, the thief's story, it is based on the theme of friendship, trust, treachery, guilt, and change. It is based on the theme that the company of a good, honest, and kind individual can change even the crookedest of the thieves into a better individual. Right? How this happens, we will see in this story. So, to get a brief idea as to what the story is all about, I'll just tell you that this story has got two main characters. There is Hari Singh, a 15-year-old thief, and Anil, a 25-year-old honest, simple man. Right? Hari Singh has not robbed anyone. He was a thief actually. So he has not robbed anybody in the recent past actually, and is looking for a good prospect who can be robbed. He notices Anil watching a wrestling match, gets into a conversation with him, right, with an intention to rob him. Anil, being a simple, honest man, offers the job of a cook to Hari Singh, that Hari Singh accepted. Anil brings Hari Singh to his house, where Hari Singh stayed for 1 month actually. After 1 month, Hari Singh got a chance to rob Anil, to steal some money from Anil. But when he was going to do that, there was something that stopped him. The kind, honest nature of Anil, actually had an impact on Hari Singh, which made Hari Singh change his life, and he decided to change his life for future actually. Right. So this is the story. The plot is very simple. The story is very simple. It's simply that there are two people, one at the good side, one at the bad side. The impact of the good person on the bad person was influential, and in that bargain, the person who is shown as a bad character person changes in influence of the good person actually. That is the simple thing. It's all about interpersonal relationship and influence of human beings on each other, right? So we will now discuss the summary of the chapter in detail in the next segment. So see you in the next segment. Welcome to the third segment of my video on the chapter The Thief Story. In this segment, I will be talking about the detailed summary of the chapter, The Thief Summary, which is the second chapter of Footprints Without Feet. So the story begins in a wrestling arena where Anil, a 25-year-old man, is watching a wrestling match. There's another character there, a thief, a 15-year-old thief who is looking for probable prospects to rob, as he had not robbed anybody in the past few days actually. He notices Anil and thinks that he might be an easier target because he was a simple looking man actually, right? So the thief got into conversation with Anil, and they talked about the wrestlers and the wrestling match. And when Anil asked the thief his name, he said Hari Singh. Hari Singh was not the real name of the thief, but he gave his name Hari Singh because he used to change his name every month in order to escape from the police and to save himself from the prior victims actually, right, to whom he had robbed earlier, right? So, well, they got into that conversation, and when Anil was about to leave the arena, Hari Singh asked for if Anil could offer him a job. Anil said that he could, but he won't be able to pay money, right? And Hari Singh would have to cook for him, which Hari Singh gladly accepted because he has no option at that point of time. So Anil brought Hari Singh to his house over Juma sweet shop and told him to cook the meal. The first meal that Hari Singh cooked was so bad that Anil was not able to eat it. Hari Singh thought that Anil would tell him to leave because he was offered the job of a cook actually, and he was not able to cook. So Hari Singh smiled in his most appealing way to convince Anil, at which Anil laughed. And not only he laughed, he also said that he would teach him how to cook. He would teach him how to read and write full sentences and to add numbers. Hari Singh was very happy at that because he thought that if he knew how to read and write, it would be easier for him to win the trust of other victims and rob even more people. He will be more successful in his job of robbing people, actually. Right? So things that happened that day. After that, Anil taught Hari Singh to make tea. Every morning, Hari Singh used to make tea. And after making tea during the day, he used to go out to buy groceries. In that bargain of buying the grocery every day, every time he used to buy groceries, Hari Singh used to steal 1 rupee every time, actually. Anil was aware about that, but he never said anything about that, right? So things were going that way, right? Anil was most probably a writer. He used to earn in irregular ways. Some days he used to borrow money. Some days, if he had money, he used to lend it. If he had extra money, he used to celebrate with his friends and waste it all, right? So Anil was like, an easygoing person, right? One day, after 1 month that Hari Singh had stayed at Anil's house, making tea, bringing groceries, and everything was going fine. One day, Anil came home and showed a bundle of note to Hari Singh, around 600 rupees in denominations of 50, right? 50, was the denomination of the note. He showed Hari Singh and said that he had sold a book to a publisher and he has got some money, right? And after that, he went to sleep. He kept the bundle of the notes under the mattress of his bed and Anil went to sleep. Now, when Anil went to sleep, right, Hari Singh started thinking. He started convincing himself that though Anil is a good man, but why he should not rob him? Why he should not steal the money? He thought that 1 rupee that he is stealing every day is not good enough. Moreover, Anil is not even paying him regularly, actually. Rather, he is not even paying him, right? And moreover, he thought that if I do not steal the money from Anil, Anil will anyway go ahead and waste the money in celebrating with his friend. So he convinced himself well. And at midnight, he carefully took out the bundle of the note from under the mattress where Anil was sleeping and ran towards the station. He reached the station. He went on the platform. The train to Lucknow was about to leave. Hari Singh could have boarded the train, but something stopped him from doing that. He did not board the train. He came back. He wandered on the roads. He even thought of, renting a room in a hotel, but then he thought that no hotel would give a room to a 15-year-old boy at midnight. So he wandered on the roads. He sat in the Maidan. He went to the market, right? And it started raining. He got wet, right? Now Hari Singh was in a situation of regret. Now he was regretting. He was thinking about the things Anil had done. He was thinking as to how he can go ahead and rob a kind and a trusting person like Anil, who had promised him to teach him reading and writing, right? He said that he was thinking that, it was easier to rob the people who are greedy, who care for their money. But for a, trusting person like Anil, when he would come to know that he has been robbed, he would not be crying for the money. He would not be sad for the money. Rather, he would be sad for the trust that has been broken. So, engulfed in all these thoughts, Hari Singh decided to return back. So, he returned to Anil's room, kept the money, the bundle of the note, which were wet, under the mattress from where he had taken, and went to sleep. Next morning, when Hari Singh woke up, it was late. Anil had already prepared the tea, and he was normal as usual. So when Hari Singh woke up, Anil handed him over a 50 rupees note and said that now he will be paying regularly, right? And he also said that he will teach him to write full sentences and to add numbers. Hari Singh was surprised, right? Because when he touched the note was still wet. So Hari Singh understood that Anil is aware about the misdeed that he has done last night, actually. And he was also very surprised that instead of handing him over to the police, Anil has given him the note and is now even telling that he will pay regularly and is willing to teach him how to read and write. So he was full of gratitude towards Anil, right? And at that moment, he underwent a change of heart and he turned himself from a thief to a noble man. This is all about the story, right? As I told you earlier, it is simply a story of interpersonal relationships, emotions, and influence of one human being over another. That's the story. Now, in the next segment, I will be talking about important board pattern questions so that you can go through that. I'm reiterating that the same questions might not come in the examination, but yes, if you go through all those questions, you will be able to answer any other question that comes based on this chapter. Okay, so see you in the next segment. Thank you. Now let's go through some important questions that might come in the examinations. You might not get the same questions in the examinations, but if you go through these questions, you should be able to answer any other questions based on this chapter. So the first question is, why did Hari Singh lie that he knew how to cook? Why did Anil have to throw the food cooked by Hari to the stray dogs? Answer: Hari Singh had carefully chosen a kind, careless, and unsuspecting target, Anil. When Anil asked if he knew how to cook, Hari Singh replied that he did. He deliberately lied. The food he prepared was really terrible. Anil had to throw it away to the stray dogs. Second question: how did Hari Singh feel working for Anil? Did Anil know that Hari Singh was making a little money from purchases? Answer: Hari Singh felt quite pleasant working for Anil. He would make tea for him in the morning. He would take his time for the day's supplies. Usually, Hari would make a profit of about a rupee a day. Anil knew about the stealing, but he allowed. He had to do so because he couldn't afford to pay him regularly. He didn't mind it. Third, how did Anil get that substantial money that he brought home in a bundle? How did it tempt Hari Singh? Answer: Anil had no regular income. He wrote for magazines. One day he came home with a small bundle of notes. He had just sold a book to a publisher. Hari saw Anil tuck the money under the mattress of his bed. Such a large amount of money and his unsuspecting master made Hari Singh decide to steal it. Fourth, how did Hari Singh steal the money that Anil got from selling his book to a publisher? Answer: Hari Singh saw with his own eyes how Anil tucked the bundle of money under the mattress of his bed. When Anil was asleep, Hari Singh crept up to the bed. He slid his head under the mattress and drew the money out of the bundle without making a sound. Anil sighed in his sleep and turned on his side towards him. Hari Singh got startled and quickly came out of the room. Describe Hari Singh's dilemma at the station. Why didn't he jump into the compartment of Lucknow Express when he could? Answer: when he reached the station, Hari Singh did not stop at the ticket office because he never bought a ticket earlier. The Lucknow Express was just moving out. He could have jumped into one of the carriages, but he hesitated. Perhaps he had not made a final decision in this regard. Sixth, what did Hari Singh think when he was standing alone on the deserted platform? Answer: the train had gone. Hari Singh was in a dilemma. He was standing alone on the deserted platform. He had no idea where to spend the night. He had no friends, nor did he want to go to a hotel. The only person whom he knew and who could perhaps help him was the man whom he had robbed a few hours ago? Seventh, what did Hari Singh do in the Maidan and how did the notes become damp? Answer. From the station, Hari Singh found himself in the Maidan. He sat down on a bench. The November night was chilly. The heavy rain added to Hari Singh's discomfort. His shirt and pajamas stuck to his skin. He sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. He felt for the notes. They were damp from the rain. Eighth, how did Hari Singh forget about his education in the excitement of his theft? What did he think about in the end? Answer. Anil taught Hari Singh to write his name. He also promised to teach him making complete sentences and adding numbers. In his excitement of the theft, he forgot all about his education. But good sense prevailed, and in the end, he realized that education could give him respect and much more money. Ninth, did Hari Singh understand the value of education? How can you prove it? Answer. Hari Singh clearly understood the value of education. Education could bring him respect, status, and money. If he learned how to write like an educated person, the sky would be the limit for him. In the heat and excitement of the theft, he forgot all about it. He decided to have an education at any cost and went back to Anil. How did how and when did Hari Singh put the stolen money back at the same place from where he had stolen it? Did Anil know it? Answer. Hari Singh came back to Anil's room. He was feeling quite nervous. He crept to the head of the bed. His hand found the edge of the mattress. He slipped the notes under the mattress. Yes, Anil was aware of everything that was taking place in the room. 11th, why didn't Anil had Hari Singh over to the police when he knew all about the theft? Answer. Anil was careless and unsuspecting but not a fool. He knew how the boy stole money out of daily shopping. He also knew all about the theft of his 600 rupees. He could have easily handed him over to the police. However, he didn't want to ruin Hari Singh's life. He wanted to give him an education to the unfortunate boy. So he gave a 50 rupee note and promised to pay him regularly. Neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything about the theft. Other than these short answer questions, there are few long answer questions that are important from examination point of view, and you should go through these questions and try to find their answers. The first question, long answer question. Anil plays a major role in the transformation of Hari Singh. Comment on the statement by highlighting the values possessed by Anil, which touched Hari's heart and made him return to his honest ways of earning his livelihood. Write in about 100 to 120 words. Second long answer question. Hari Singh didn't confess that he robbed Anil. Did he lack the courage to do so, or he really wanted to maintain his relationship with Anil at any cost? Explain the values Hari needed to imbibe in about 100 to 120 words. Third, Hari Singh believed that it was difficult to rob a man like Anil. Do you think that he really appreciated that kind of people? Why do you think he found it difficult to cheat a man like Anil? Discuss the values that stop a person from doing something wrong. So, this is all about the chapter, The Thief's Story. I wish all the students all the best for their preparation for the exams. Thank you.